We've now officially entered our dystopian sci-fi future. Business Insider reports here, robots are being used to deter homeless people from setting up camp in San Francisco. So these robots use lasers and sensors to monitor an area for criminal activity. But thankfully, they're not RoboCop yet, because rather than intervening on their own, they call the authorities, and the authorities deal with it. So companies like Microsoft and Uber use it around their headquarters. And to be clear, I don't know, because the articles weren't clear on this, whether there are ones that are run and bought by the public, so by the government, and ones that are bought by private interests that are used around their headquarters. It's not clear if it's just public, just private, or there's some that are public and some that are private. All I know is that companies like Microsoft and Uber use it around their headquarters. So, it seems to me like it's both. Like, public uses it, private uses it. So it's a little unclear in that respect, but nonetheless, there you have it. The company that makes this robot charges $7 an hour to use it. Now, stop and think about it. The federal minimum wage is $7.25. So they say, yeah, we'll charge you $7. So what's happening here? Well, they're literally taking jobs from security guards. They're taking jobs from security guards. This is, if you had asked me what's going to be the first, jobs lost to automation, I wouldn't have guessed security guard, but that's what's happening. Security guards, we're done with you, but we'll pay $7 an hour to use these security robots. Now, it does apparently pick up used needles that were used for drugs, which you could argue is a good thing. And it has prevented car break-ins. So there were a bunch of car break-ins, and they've been able to prevent that. But you ready for this? It costs $60,000 to make these. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but if they wanted to have robots that's only job was to pick up the used needles, yeah, I'm fine with that. It'd probably save lives. Prevent somebody from getting some sort of a disease from using a used needle. Fine with that. But if you, it costs thousands of dollars to make, and it's less expensive to house a homeless person. So they have these robots that are, stopping homeless people from setting up a little fucking camp to live. Like, hey, let me put a tent up so I can sleep here on some street or whatever. They're preventing the homeless person from doing that. And it costs $60,000 to make the robot, and then another $7 an hour to actually have it patrolling. But it costs, I think it's $10,000 to give them a house for a year. So you can house a homeless person for 6 years instead of paying for one of these robots. But we don't care. We don't care about what's fiscally responsible to do. We don't care about what's morally responsible to do. How many times have I brought up the study that found, I think it costs $30,000 to leave a homeless person on the street to taxpayers. It costs about $10,000 to put a roof over their head. It's a one fucking bedroom apartment type thing, Just put a roof over their head, the unfurnished, kind of bare bone shit, but at least have a place to go lay their head at night. I'm fine with my tax dollars going to something like that. I'm totally fine with that. To make sure somebody has a roof over their head and they're not struggling to survive on a cold night or something, of course. But no, instead we spent $60,000 to build a fucking RoboCop. That's how much we don't care about these people who've been left behind? Come on, man. We have over 50,000 homeless veterans in the U.S. Veterans! They go and fight, and then they come home and say, I'm sorry. This society, we don't care about you. Over 400,000 homeless people. Why not do a massive program that gives people one-bedroom apartments? Salt Lake City, Republican stronghold, virtually eliminated homelessness. Cut it by 90% or something. I just spit all over myself. Cut it by 90% or something. It's the right thing to do morally, and it's the right thing to do from a fiscal perspective. What the fuck are you waiting for? We know what they're waiting for. They're waiting for the fucking Terminator robots to take over and to set up a system where we have a dystopian future and you have RoboCop fucking people over. And how long until this becomes actual... No, they do stop crime. And then how long until you get police forces that are like these and we do have actual RoboCop? I'm telling you, the slippery slope, we're already beginning to go down the slippery slope, and it's the slipperiest slippery slope of all time. And fucking everything's going to be automated, and there's going to be a lot of unintended consequences. And in some of the weirdest industries like this, like security guards, is where we're starting. Which, that's a bad sign, because that's like the worst industry to start with, because that shows you all your weird things you can think up, dream up about what might happen in the future. It looks like it's probably going to happen.